What's up, everybody? This is Ike. It is Sunday, February 6th, 2011. My bike out garage here. This thing is a little tight. One of the fewer days that we've had this year. It's been nice enough to get out and ride, and I haven't had other obligations, so here we are. Back in the saddle again. Let's see. What's going on? There we go. Alright. How is everybody? It's been like forever and a day. I haven't vlogged since I don't know when. Whenever that is. But I'm doing it today. About 50 degrees Fahrenheit out. Kind of a break between cold systems. It's going to come through here this week. I hate talking about the weather. Why do I talk about the weather? I guess because it's just that time of year. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to apologize for not vlogging, but I'd like to give an explanation as to why I haven't. Life, basically, has been in the way. Lots of things going on, and I'll kind of share a little bit of that with you now. Let's see. Chronological order. It's usually the best way for me to kind of think about those things. BG4 tragedies. Had a couple of riders go down, and had one perish there right at the resort that we couldn't find. I haven't vlogged on that, and I'm probably just going to have to put that as a separate vlog. Stay on this road. A lot to talk about there, I think. We lost Mike, and I had some difficulty kind of getting over that, and so I had to deal with that some. Other things, I mean, we did go back up there in October, late October. Lacey and I did, Lauren and Damien went up there and hung out for a few days over the weekend. Other than that, right after we got back from that, I inherited and some of you guys may know this or may not know this, I'm in a motorcycle club here in Nashville, Middle Tennessee area, and I joined up with them, I guess about 2 years ago, and I've been riding with them and known some of the folks in that group for some time, and early part of November I was asked to be the president of that club. So I accepted that and all of its challenges and fires that is there with any whenever you take over or whenever your powers change. There's always fires that have to be put out, political stuff, all that. And I think I've got that out of the way, but I had about two months worth of dealing with those type of issues, along with the good things in a motorcycle club too, the planning and getting things ready to go. Right now it's February, so this is kind of a down part of the year where we not able to ride that much, but we plan on some of the events and some of the things that we like to do when it's warm enough to ride. So our motorcycle club does a bike night, second Thursday of the month, April through October, and we've got big plans this year. It's going to be a fun time as always, and we're going to work on that. We've been working on a lot of other things to do with the motorcycle club that I'm just not going to bore you with. But you might not be bored with it. I'll go over that sometime. It's pretty cool. I'll go over some things with you as far as what to expect if you plan on starting a club and how to go about all that. This club was already there, and there were some things that happened in it, and some things that I think were good for the club. And whenever there's change and that kind of thing, it's good for organization to go through that. If you can get through it, heads above the water at the end and the dust settles, then you're stronger, you're better, and you learn some things. And that's where we're at right now. And we got some people that are really excited about still being in this club and being a part of this club. So we're doing that kind of thing. And see what else. I've had a lot of things going on with my job. Had some power changes there too. So I've had to kind of swing with the punches there and that kind of thing. Work crap. But it's good, it pays the bills. I'm still excited about what I do. It hasn't really changed anything that I do at work. But, it has all that stuff, along with the past 2 seasons. And a lot of you know that's followed me, or back in the day when I first started, it was pretty early on. And there was probably a dozen, maybe 2 dozen people that were vlogging at that time. I do a little trip called Deals Gap, and I kind of inherited that a little bit there, and I'm from here, so it's a couple hours for about 3 hours for me to ride over there, and I knew the area really well, and I was a little disappointed when Josh went over there, and it was kind of he didn't really plan that well as far as inviting people soon enough for people to make plans to attend, and even I wasn't able to go. And I was really disappointed when he went over there, announced it and everything. He come back, he didn't have any video to show for it. So, and I can't remember now what the reasons were. I mean, camera may have died or something silly. But I've taken that and run with it. And I've always kind of wanted to do things like that, and enjoyed those type of things. And the benefit for me, or the big payoff for me, is not necessarily any sort of credit or spotlight or anything like that. I usually try to, to me it's about people pleasing, and people that go have a good time always, and usually the ones that go once long to go back. So we're doing that in August 2011 again, and I'm usually a lot more excited about it, and I promote it a lot better, but like I said, I've been really busy, and but I'm hoping that you'll at least take the time to consider and join us. It's an awesome ride experience, and you can't get much better roads anywhere in this country than right there. And, it's very beautiful, and the touring's good, and the scenery's nice, and the people too. But, we've got some plans for that too, and we're going to be there all week. And again, Deals Gap Resort, August 2nd through the 5th, I believe, is the dates we've got pinned on that. Show up early, stay late. But those particular days are going to be the ones that we definitely focus on to have our rides. We're doing a memorial ride for Michael Cup, also known as AKA as Ambush. Hoping some of his family might be able to come down. And it's going to be a good time. So, anyways, so that's basically what's been going on with me. Oh, and I really wanted to kind of talk about why I haven't been vlogging in the winter months, because I'm a year, and most of you guys know, I got kind of sidetracked there, squirrel, about why I have not been vlogging. And those were the reasons mainly. But one of the reasons why I haven't been vlogging as much is I haven't been riding as much, especially from the fall, from the time school starts until spring when school is out, is that I have my oldest daughter on every Monday and Tuesday, and I take her back to her mom's on Wednesday morning. Take her to school on those days too. So really on the off season, I have Thursdays and Fridays to ride, and every other weekend I'm picking her up on Fridays as well. So I've got I got 4 Thursdays a month, roughly 4.3 Thursdays per month during the winter months to ride, and 2 Fridays average per month that I'm able to ride. And when you really, when you take those statistics into account, I don't have much opportunity to pick my days. I like the fair weather ride, but it's been cold, it's been wet, it's been rainy, it's been snowy, it's been nasty, and that typically I typically don't let the cold stop me. But of course, if I've got my daughter and I'm driving 90 miles per day or with her, I certainly don't want to do that with her on the back of the bike and give her an awful experience of being so cold that it'd turn her off from wanting to ride. So that's the reason why I haven't been riding as much. I mean, I've typically, back in quote unquote the day, a couple of years ago, I would do a Thanksgiving ride downtown at night. I've done some of that, and if the weather's good, I'll do the Christmas thing. And I just not been able to do that in the past couple of seasons, and I hate it. But then again, when I look at the rewards and being able to spend more time with my daughter, it's certainly worth it. And I certainly don't feel like that giving up my motorcycle is a sacrifice. Or giving up the time that I could spend with my kids, family. I don't consider motorcycling or vlogging, either one, to be above and beyond that. And I've done some of the regular the talking head vlogs, which is okay. It's all right, but it's never really been my thing. This is where I feel like I'm at home here and more comfortable. And I feel like I'm hiding behind the camera, but I have no problem getting in front of the camera either. But I just think there's more interesting things for me to show on.